Okay, today we are going to do the world famous shrimp and noodle recipe from Kvarnetter. Never been seen before on video, so prepare yourselves for a real culinary treat. The ingredients: 250 grams of pasta, we've cooked it already, 18 to 20 shrimps, fresh shrimps or frozen shrimps which are not cooked, uncooked frozen shrimps which we've defrosted, pepper, sesame oil, olive oil, sauce for pasta, dry white wine, soya sauce, yellow butter, salt, ginger, chopped ginger, about a tablespoon of chopped garlic, half a cup of chopped onions, and about a tablespoon of chopped basil. Okay, now we're going to do the baste for the shrimps. I put in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. To that we add the chopped ginger, the chopped garlic, a dash of salt, some ground black pepper. Mix that all together, and we now put all the shrimps in. And we'll mix them around so that the base gets to coat all the shrimps, and we'll leave that to stand for about 20 minutes. If you've got time, you can even leave it for 2 hours. The longer the better, depends how hungry you are, of course. Okay, we'll now move on to the next step. Okay, now we've preheated a saucepan on a high heat. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil, and to that, just wait a second or two so it heats up nicely, we add our chopped onions. Okay. And we'll continue frying them until they've just started to brown. Okay, the onions have just started to brown. I'll add to that the chopped basil. We'll mix that in. And straight away we'll go ahead and add in the pasta sauce. Mix that all in. The sauce we're using today is a slightly chili-based sauce. It has a slight tang to it, but you can use any one which suits your fancy. On that we'll add a teaspoon of sugar to sweeten the mix, and we'll just heat that all up until it's all heated through, after which we'll put this aside before we go on to the next step. In a larger saucepan, again some olive oil. Onto the olive oil we now add a pat of butter, and we let that heat up together. Mix it in. The olive oil will prevent the butter from burning. Coming along. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add half the amount of shrimps into the hot saucepan. And now we do very scientific timing. We count until 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we now flip all the shrimp one at a time. And we do the scientific timing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. As you can see, we've removed those shrimps. I put them on kitchen paper to dry them slightly, remove a bit of the oil, and I now put in the rest of the shrimps, which I'll do for the same 15-second scientific count, and then turn them over. 13, 14, 15. That's the second batch of shrimps, and now we turn the first batch into that, and we add what we call a measured amount of white wine. In my personal opinion, you can never ever add too much wine. There's no such thing. Also add on a little dash of soy sauce, and we'll just let that fry away for half a minute or so. Come and we add the sauce which we prepared, and we mix that in with the shrimps. Let that all mix through for a little bit. And in the true Italian style, we will now bring the pasta to the sauce and not the sauce to the pasta. We'll take the pasta with my clean hands, please note, and we add the pasta to the sauce. I don't think we're going to use all 250 grams here. It seems a little much, so we'll use what seems to be satisfactory here. And we now mix the whole thing through. Let that all go over. Around a bit, we'll turn the heat down a little bit. Keep that mixing through till the pasta's heated up a little. You note that I left the tails on the shrimps. There's a very good reason for that. So when people are sharing this dish, you can count everybody's tails and see that they haven't taken more than their fair share of shrimps. Very important in certain societies. At the end of everything, we now take a dash of sesame oil, give it a nutty flavor, add that in, mix that all in together, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the famous shrimp meal as prepared in the county of the metropolis of Farnete, the Teavon.